Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. So I'm out here in Santa Cruz, and I'd like to remind you of a scripture, Proverbs 17:2, that a prudent servant will rule over a disgraceful son and share the inheritance as one of the family. So this is a sort of universal principle, okay? And when coupled with Proverbs 16:12, that the throne is established in righteousness, you see that the order is universal. Like Encyclopedia Britannica said about what Amos's message, the message from the prophet Amos in the book of Amos, that God's justice is universal, and one group is not above another group based on flesh, but only based on righteous deeds. So true equality means that you have to consider someone's righteousness over generations, for example, generational righteousness, regardless of race or gender, etc. Regardless of sexual orientation for that matter. You say, how does it factor in? Is this person righteous? And if there's a reason that they're not, what is it? So as we look at that Proverbs 17:2 scripture, that verse, and we look at Proverbs 16:12, we must know for sure in our souls that is the truth. It is righteousness that makes one great. That's why the throne, a position of importance, the throne, is established in righteousness. Speaking of that, I added this bumper sticker. I know that there's a typo in it where I put one must be righteous, wise, sharp, just, sensitive, mature, and in the divine African Falcon top martial artist order to have true love. The government and its massive network is trying to confuse you about the fact that I am Christ. And it took me about an hour or so to drive here. And so it's very important that people understand that distinction. The difference between being righteous and being wicked can be just a minor detail sometimes, just a minor decision. So one must strive to be precise. The words precision and the words precision and decision are connected. But we must also consider sabotage. How far are they going to try to confuse you about the fact that I'm the most righteous person that ever lived? Well, they're fuming me, they're poisoning me, they're causing me to have cognitive impairment. But that doesn't mean that people shouldn't rally to me because I am the rally point. Like you see in Isaiah. I'm the gate, as you see in the New Testament. Okay, the gate, the way, the truth, and the life. So even if I was in a coma in the hospital, people are still supposed to rally out of respect to the Almighty. Okay, and that's also, again, why God is called the Almighty. So again, I urge you to write down Proverbs 17:2 and Proverbs 16:12, and they're just a chapter apart. Also in Proverbs 16, I believe it says that the Lord doesn't like dishonest scales or measures, but accurate weights find favor with him. One of those scriptures about scales and weights is right there in Proverbs 16. So I'm kind of doing this on the fly, right? And so, that goes back to what I said about precision and decision. What is precise justice? So as we look at things in terms of being a warrior, right? A warrior with one's heart. The word heart is a play on words for he art. Is the person just? Is the person virtuous? The word in the word virtue means man. So what does it mean to be a man? It means to be virtuous to the best of your ability. Okay, judging each according to their deeds and according to their obstacles. It is very sad that people don't understand the importance of righteousness. And that goes back to priorities. If you don't have your priorities straight, then what are you doing in life? You're just wasting your life. And why did you come into this world if you're going to miss the most important part of it, which is moral repetition, which is focused moral intensity, and universal pinpointed moral precision?